Look me in my eyes, welcome to the dark side. Do or die, homicide. Call me if you down to try. Everybody getting money like I said.
Yo, what's going on, everybody? Black Out the Rebel, Darkside Radio. We are back. You already know what time it is. We got Konceited Show and his crew, Dark Kings. They are on the way. They hit me up respectfully, and that's what I fucks with, and that's what I like when niggas hit me up ahead of time and tell me that they can't make it or they can't do shit. No shots fired. I'm lying. Oh. Anyway, so this is Monday. We're fresh off the weekend. I got mom and dad, my musical mom and dad, in the building, of course. Behind the ones and twos, who does what it do? Mainstream, aka Ghost. And of course I got, what's up?
Hot mic, that's why.
And I got moms. I got cool shells of Daily Talk. Alright? So, before I even get into the festivities of yesterday, I gotta tell y'all about the finesse that these niggas try to pull on your boy Friday.
Who?
Who you ask?
Yes.
Talking about fucking BB Kings, my nigga.
Oh, man.
These niggas here, boy. Okay, so shout out to my girl. You know I always do this every week. Shout out to my girl Jenny Fire.
Maya was there, right?
Yeah. Yeah. So Shells just asked me, was Maya there? And yeah, she was. That's why, me and my girl, we both old heads. So I knew she fucked with Maya. I was like, yo,
right. I
heard about it on like Eventbrite and Facebook. It was a Cinco de Mayo thing, but they pushed it up because BB Kings is closing down. So that's why we had to like finagle last minute and everything like that. So at first I was tight. Like if I was in front of the venue, I was like, yo, I can't believe they about to tear down BB Kings. This is a landmark. Like a lot of people break their necks to perform in this thing, and then BB King himself, the legacy he made. Yo, I'm going in. I'm on my Black Power shit, hard body. I get in the venue, 5 minutes. I'm like, fuck this goddamn venue. Burn this motherfucker down. Niggas is trying to finesse niggas. Niggas trying to beat niggas in the head. I was so through. So
okay, what the hell happened?
All right, I'm gonna take y'all through exactly what happened. So from the get-go, we went in there. We had the tickets. We got patted down. Everything was cool. Now we get downstairs, and of course they try to hit you with the, oh, you gotta do code check. So we was like, all right. First of all, before I continue, show of hands, who fucks with the show Atlanta?
Oh yeah, of course.
Okay, did you remember the episode when your man Earn had the $100 bill and was going through all the bullshit? That's what I went through at BB King's. That's how I felt. I immediately felt like this nigga Earn with the $100 bill. If y'all did not see that episode, if y'all do not watch, Atlanta is a really dope show. I feel like this season is really they're really hitting their stride.
I gotta binge watch when I get home.
Nigga, oh god. Like the barbershop episode is by far the funniest one.
Okay.
But this one, I was like, yeah, this is me right now. So, like I said, you get down to code check. And they were like, oh yeah, it's mandatory code check. It's $4 per item or whatever the case may be. So we was like, alright, cool. I don't mind paying for everything because this was my whole thing. I decided I was going to take Shorty out. So, whatever. I got it. I'm like, alright, where's the ATM? Because all I have is my debit. They was like, okay, debit is upstairs. ATM is upstairs. I was like, alright, bet, cool. I run upstairs. I'm like, yo, my man, can you put me onto where the ATM is? He was like, it's right there, but it's broke. I was like, so what the fuck you want me to do, nigga? I can't say GTA, nigga. I can't just turn around 3 times and get a money cheat code, nigga. Like the fuck. So I go back downstairs and I'm like, yo, listen, the ATM is broke up there. Is there another one? Like there's a whole area that's not being used. Is there ATM in there that I can run in there real fast, just get the money and come back out? Like, I'm not trying to parlay or nothing in there. It was like, nah, there's no ATM in there, blah, blah, blah. So I'm like, yo, I really don't want to go back outside all for $20 to take out $20 just to use 8. Like, that's bullshit. So I overhear the bouncers, and there was like no re-entry. I'm like, oh no, so what the fuck am I supposed to do now? So now me and Shorty is going back and forth. I'm on some hood finesse nigga shit. I'm like, babe, put your coat inside my coat. We gonna do it as one big coat, cause you have a 5, and that's all the fuck you got right now until we get to an ATM. I was like, bet, we about to do that shit. But I'm looking at the bouncer who's actually letting niggas inside the actual venue where Maya and everybody is supposed to be at. This nigga didn't give no fucks. He was letting anybody in as long as you had a stamp. I was like, oh, so what the fuck am I stressing for?
So what was the whole purpose of that?
That's cause you know how coat check niggas are. Mm-hmm. They get money for that. So of course they gonna act like the shit is mandatory. Like nigga, I'm a bouncer myself, nigga. You ain't gonna try to finesse the nigga who's inside on the finessing. Fuck out of here. So once we found that out, alright, we go inside. Boom. We chilling. And of course, Shorty is like, oh, I'm thirsty. And she was like, you know, I'm gonna get us the first round of drinks or whatever. I was like, I bet. So she was like, all right, what you want? I was like, you know me, Honey Jack. Nigga was like, all right, we don't got that. I was like, dumb. All right, bet. I was like, okay, so let me get what I say, Amsterdam green apple. It's like, we don't got that. I was like, all right, so now nigga, tell me what you got before I start rambling shit off and you keep like tearing down my dreams. Tell me what you have and we'll go from there. So I was like, all right, fuck it. Just give me. He was like, I got some Moroccan green apple. I was like, all right, bet. Let's do that. Yo, I got that, and y'all niggas know me. I'm not a drinker, but if I'm gonna drink, I'm gonna drink straight. Right. I don't really do the mixed drinks like that.
Right.
So I got green apple straight. Baby girl, she has Malibu, coconut, Malibu, pineapple, Malibu, some shit like that. My nigga, do you know that shit came up to $30 and some change?
Whoa, what?
Nigga, for 2 cups. We ain't talking about bottles. I was like, I had the Wayne Brady, you're gonna have to choke a bitch moment. Like, I just had the moment of clarity. Like, yo, it's like, what the rubber gonna have to stab niggas tonight? Like, I was so through. Then we inside the club. So now we had a nice area where we could put our drinks kind of, and we see a good view of the stage and everything. Why was we around a nigga who was like talking to himself and doing all types of crazy shit? So we was just like, okay, so we can't stand by this nigga. Clearly. Yeah. So that happened. Finally, at like 1:30, Maya finally comes through, and it was a dope performance. If y'all saw my Facebook, I took a few videos of it because I wanted to actually enjoy it. I don't like to really be the guy with the video the whole goddamn time, but I felt like a fucking kid again. I'm not even gonna hold you. When she did Fallen and she did Rugrats Take Me There, I was like, nigga, I'm good. We lit. All right, I can go home now. Like I feel, huh?
Did she bring anybody out?
She didn't. To my knowledge, she didn't bring anybody out because we left after a certain amount of time. Like, y'all gotta understand. Me and Shorty, we live in Long Island, like deep in Long Island. I'm not talking about that Valley Stream shit where like Queens is like across the street. Nigga, we deep. I like, nigga, deers have an address next to us and shit. So, it was like 2 o'clock or so. We left. But yeah, Maya did her thing. She did those tracks. She was doing a couple of joints from her new joint that just dropped. And that shit was dope. Because Shorty is spitting now. I didn't even know.
Wait, she rapped now?
Yo, sorry. She was rapping. She did an acapella. Let niggas know she had bars. Then she started rapping over, I forgot what beat. It was one of, I think it was one of her tracks, but I forgot which one. It was like one of the tracks she was features on. It might have been the joint. I want to say it was either the joint she was that she did with Jadakiss, or it might have been Best of Me with Jay-Z. I'm not sure, but Shorty came out of nowhere. It was just like, all right, I'm singing the regular song, and then start spitting. I was like, okay, all right, I see you. Shout out to her guitarist Andrew White. He was a dope dude. Like, I already hit them up. I'm trying to get these motherfuckers on the show ASAP. So that was my Friday. I was a little perturbed. I was pissed off due to the finessing that niggas tried to pull on your boy. But overall, it was a dope night. It was good. You know, me and Shorty had a great time. So let's speed past into last night, because Saturday I didn't do shit but work, and that shit was crazy because y'all know I'm a bouncer. And 1 minute I'm chilling, next thing you know, a bitch gets pushed down and her drink falls in my eye. So I got vodka on my eye, and she busts into the fucking into the DJ booth. I'm like,
Oh, you don't even get it.
I can't even see if she's okay because I got nothing but vodka in my eye. I'm just like, alright. So anyway, we're gonna move on. So last night, Road to Voiceless Palooza Part 2. That shit was cool. That shit was nice. That was my first time at Aloha. I've been hearing good things about it for the last couple of months. Shout outs to Voices Music, of course. Shout outs to Art Fest. They've been using that venue. It's my first time being there. It's very interesting because I see more fucking VIP areas than actual regular nigga areas. Like, it's the weirdest thing. If anybody is in New York, I encourage you to take a Friday or Saturday night out to see Aloha, and you'll see what the fuck I'm talking about. Because you're going to see mad couch areas and mad steps to these couches and shit. And you're going to see, like, there's, like, only a little bit of walkway for the regular niggas. And it's just like, I don't get any of that. And there's 2 levels of that shit. It'd be different if, like, the regular area in the front was, like, more, you know, regular, like you didn't pay the VIP package or anything, and then you get in the back and you see a bunch of couches and people can really, you know, recline and enjoy themselves. Nah, nigga, it was mad. It felt like IKEA out in that bitch. Like, shit was weird.
You're an idiot. Really?
What?
IKEA?
IKEA, yeah, facts. Would you prefer Raymore and Flanagan?
I prefer Bob's. Bob's, my guy. Bob's.
Yo, nah, Bob's is lit. Yo, hold on, wait. Bob's is where in like not Woodhaven, but in like Regal Park area.
Regal Park area.
Yo, them niggas had like free lemonade and like free cookies or something when I went.
Yes,
yo,
that's a fact.
My nigga, yo, I had a full blown meal.
Yeah,
I came back there as 8 different people, having a couple of different accents and dialects. Like, did you come here before? No, I did not, my friend. Give me that fucking lemonade. I'm gonna tell you right now. Shit. But nah, like the venue was interesting, as weird, or whatever the case may be. Now, let's get into what I really came to talk about as far as Aloha goes. The fucking event, the fucking artists, the performances. Now, as you guys know, or maybe you guys don't know, you may have not been following, and that's your own goddamn fault, you need to check that. But we have this thing called Road to Voiceless Palooza, where if you are talented enough, if you have the right following, if you're doing the right things, you will come on to Road to Palooza and you will win, and you will get an automatic slot on Voiceless Palooza, which is going to be the biggest festival that this industry has ever seen. So, I didn't stay the whole night because I literally just came from work. And I also had to do research for today's guest, which he's my man, but I still treat this with professionalism. So, I didn't stay long. What I did see was interesting. We're going to talk about it. I don't know everybody's name by heart, so I'm not going to like start being real personable. But if you're an artist and you're listening, or you're maybe friends with an artist, pay close attention to what I'm saying, because I try to be very strict and I try to be very, like I said, very professional and very mature with how I gauge these artists. I myself am an artist, and I am very much a huge fan of this culture. So I don't like to get bullshitted. So I try to be as honest and upfront as possible. If I really fucks with your shit, I really fucks with your shit. If I don't, I'm going to tell you why. It's not going to be on some hating shit. I'm going to respectfully tell you where I feel you need to work on. So, with all that being said, we had an R&B guy. And I fucks with him because me and your man CC Sabathia, my nigga Malik.
Oh, you're the worst.
Yeah, yo, listen, if y'all know the Yankees, y'all know my man Sabathia. So, I was telling him and I was telling Ash of Loud Sounds, my whole thing is this. If you're an artist, you need to make sure when you're doing performances, everybody's in a different place as far as their career, but you want to always have a couple of songs in your USB. A couple of different songs. And here's why. You're an R&B singer. Okay, fine. 9 times out of 10, you're a male R&B singer, you're a straight male R&B singer. Your audience is more than likely going to be females. That's cool. But now, you see how Chris Brown moves? Chris Brown, obviously, bitches love him. But Chris Brown be making a lot of dope-ass records that niggas bump to. Niggas ride in their car to. As a male singer coming up in this industry, you need to kind of have that same type of range in your repertoire. Reason being, let's say you're in a venue like Aloha last night. Your core audience is females, but Aloha happened to be predominantly male. So all those sweet baby songs you're doing is not resonating with the audience that you're in front of. So now if you had some maybe turn up, swaggy type of records, and here and there you threw in something about females, that would engage the audience a lot better. So automatically I had to take points off, because one thing that we grade artists on is crowd participation and engagement. All the niggas is straight, and they looking at you talking about trying to serenade some chick. First of all, there's no chicks in there. If any chick is in there, they're dating the artist. So of course they're not gonna fuck with you because you trying to serenade to their chick. So having a variety in your arsenal, I feel, is essential, because you never know what's gonna happen when you get to a venue. If you get to a venue and you're like, oh shit, there's nothing but niggas in here. Alright, I guess I can't really do this I Love You Baby track. Let me hit them with this club track that I've been working on featuring my mans. And there you go, and that's how you do it. I applaud him, because I feel like the dude, what I did hear, I feel like he could sing. I feel like there was points in time where he was lip singing, or maybe it was because the system was too high or his song was too high. But in any case, I feel like he definitely knew how to move on the stage. Because shout out to your mans, we had to give him points because your mans was moonwalking in Timbs. I don't know if for anybody who's listening and you're not from New York, y'all don't understand what it's like. Timbs is an essential part of New Yorkerism. This nigga was moonwalking them shit. It's hard to walk in them shits. This nigga was moonwalking. Like, I literally saw fire and wood peeling up when he started doing this shit. Like, his calves went to, like, Super Saiyan +2. I saw lightning around him, all types of shit. It was crazy. Like, he knew how to move around, but at the end of the day, like I said, I'm sorry, I'm talking to Konceited right now. He's in the building. But at the end of the day, you gotta choose your songs more wisely. That's the only thing I can really say about him. And also, make sure that you're projecting your voice. Like, you never know if you have a shitty system or a situation where, like, your song is being played higher than you are. Which brings me to my next point. I think the first artist that was performing, he brought his regular track. That's a no-no. I feel like young MA, that's a no-no. Like, fuck out of here. And this is why, for anybody who isn't privy to how the industry is ran, you don't really have to be privy to it. Think about your favorite artists. You got your Kendricks, you got your Drakes, you got your Coles, your Charles Gambinos, your Chance, whoever is your favorite. 9 times out of 10, if you go and pay to see them perform, they're not rapping over that song. They have the instrumental playing and their DJ is mixing and scratching and doing whatever, or they have a TV track. TV track, for those who are not privy to what this industry, the vernacular that this industry uses, is basically a track that has the beat and it has your doubles, or your ad-libs and things of that nature.
Right.
Anybody who doesn't know what doubles, ad-libs, things of that nature, alright, freestyle off the top of their head, you niggas is dead, I'm gonna put you niggas in bed. Exactly. So mainstream already has it. That's what a TV track is. The reason why you have a TV track is so everybody can fucking hear you. If they wanted to hear the song, just share it on SoundCloud, my nigga. Like, I don't understand why people still, to this day in 2018, do that. I feel if you do that, you don't know your song properly. That's how I feel. So that, that I automatically saw that and I took points off. What else did I see? I did see that I think the first guy, he jumped off the stage. And that's a trademark blackout move. So I definitely gave him points on that. Always try to be different with your performance. Like, there's no such thing as a wrong or a bad thing to do. Like, try to be different. Try to make sure that your performance stands out aside from anybody else's. So he jumped up the stage, he started rapping inside the crowd, and I thought that was dope. I thought that was cool. It wasn't him that did this, but I think it was the third artist that he got off stage and he pulled my mom. He pulled Shells on stage and started serenading her. I was like, see, that's different shit that you gotta do. And also, yeah, that was one thing I was stressing to Sabathia and Ash and Nico and everybody who was in the Voiceless Judges VIP area. If you're in a situation where you're performing for a showcase, like a prize type of situation, you always want to engage, make eye contact with the judges. It's great that you can get the crowd on your side, but at the end of the day, they're only one element. We're gonna look at how they react to your music, but how you engage us is, I feel, more important, because we're the ones that are looking at you. So we gotta make sure that your facial expressions is on point. We gotta make sure that you're doing you have good eye contact. You're not looking down too much. Things of that nature. So when he did that, I was like, all right, I give him points for that. There was another guy, like I said, I didn't know anybody's names, and I like that. I like going to events where I didn't know anybody prior. No offense to anybody I know, but this is a very small industry, so there's only but so many times I can see Phenom and Cody Brooks perform, and it's it's not new to me anymore. I know these niggas can shut it down. I want to see who's new and who's fresh and who's still out there hungry that we don't know of. How can we, better assist their careers and things of that nature? So I walked in there not knowing anybody aside from Phenom. Showed up later on. Shouts to Phenom. Of course, Special T. Happy belated birthday to that motherfucker. Of course, Nico's bitch ass. Shouts to him. But yeah, there was one dude who decided to look at the stage, say fuck the stage, and it's like, oh no, I'm gonna rap in this whole other VIP where nobody is at. I was like, okay, that's different. You switched it up a little bit. And I feel like, what was you gonna say, Nation?
I was gonna say that's the shout out to King P. He is the second place winner who gets the automatic move on to the next Road Voice Palooza on June 10th.
That's what's up. Just mainstream, I was able to sip on my kiwi strawberry Arizona real fast. Because it's not easy doing a fucking one-man Lawrence Fishburne monologue in this motherfucker since my guest ain't here. But he texted me, says he's gonna be here very soon. I'm just busting his balls. But yeah, like, okay, so his name is Kingpin?
No, King P.
King P?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I liked his performance. His mans who was featured, he was dope. Yo, I feel like the nigga who was featured, he looked like a thugged out version of Say Park. Like, that nigga looked mad. That nigga came in on some I was like, who the fuck is this nigga? Like, beards really do something for the persona and how people perceive you. But that's neither here nor there. So yeah, shouts to him. I didn't know that he won, but I felt like, he did do his thing. But yeah, overall, I feel like it was a dope event. It was cool. I enjoyed myself. And now we're here. So it's Monday. This is the last day of April, correct?
Yes, it's the last Monday of April, everything.
Okay, alright, cool.
Crazy.
Yeah, I guess. Alright, so, what's going on in the world? Alright, since last week, have you been able to catch Black Mirror?
Hell no.
I fucking hate you, Shells. What's going on?
No.
Really?
A lot of work, man.
A lot of work.
Alright, I'm gonna let y'all have that. Alright, I guess. Alright, I say a couple of things that I didn't cover last week. I definitely have to shout out Kendrick Lamar. Big deal in hip hop. This nigga won a Pulitzer Prize for his album Damn. That's a huge move for hip hop culture entirely. You may not be a fan of him, but when things are moved, when the culture is moved because of him, you have to give credit where credit's due. Like, you may not be a fan of him, but you have to be a fan of some hip hop artists, because last time I checked, hip hop is the most listened to genre out right now. We've surpassed rock for a long time now. So there has to be some artists that you fuck with. And when people do things like that, it betters the chances for your favorite rappers to do more. So shout out to Kendrick for that. Now, with that being said, I actually talked to one of my coworkers, and he's a big hip hop head too. We got into we always get into heated debates about music. He was going on to say his favorite album from Kendrick Lamar was Good Kid, Mad City. Now, mainstream, Shells, I know you guys are very avid, hardcore hip hop fans. Favorite Kendrick Lamar album? What say you?
Honestly,
Honestly.
Section 80.
Smart man. Shells?
What is it, Good Kid, in the Mad City?
Yeah, good Kid, Mad City.
That's the
Yeah.
one that I love.
Alright.
First one, yeah.
I'm on the fence. I have to go back and listen to Good Kid, Mad City and Section 80 back to back to make a better assessment. But I feel it's been, he definitely changed.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
He definitely did grow.
Yeah.
I feel like it's between those two. Like I definitely love the concept behind To Pimp a Butterfly. I love the whole poem that he did and the conversation that he was trying to have with Pac. I loved all that. But I feel like that's in its own section. Like it was more funk. It was more it was a lot more elements than just hip hop. So I can't really put that in the same category as Damn, Untitled and Unmastered,
Right.
Section 80, Good Kid, Mad City. Damn, I still have to really listen to. Like Good Kid, Mad City came out in 2012. Section 80 came out, I believe, in 2010 or 11.
Yeah.
So I had, as you can see, it's 2018. I had a long ass time to really sit down and break down High Power, break down Tammy's song, break down ADHD, break down Swimming Pools, break down Dying of Thirst. All these great songs, you know, the whole album. Damn is one of those things where it's still, to me, kind of fresh in my mind, where I'm still breaking it down. You know, of course, DNA, Duckworth, and things like that. But as an entire project on a whole, I still gotta really give it a listen. But so far, like I said, in short, it's between Section 80 and Good Kid, Mad City. Oh my God. Okay. The rule is back. Oh yeah. Or should I say the rebel's back? Anyway. So now, moving on. Let's talk about your man Cole with this KOD. Nigga. I don't know if anybody's listened to it.
I have.
Hear me out. I don't know if anybody's listened to it. Niggas out there can say that they heard it. But I feel like in this day and age, everything is so accelerated. A nigga will drop an album Thursday, October 25th. By August 26th, niggas is already in the source. Niggas already in Double Sep trying to review this album when it's so fresh. It's not even a whole 24 hours yet. And if you guys checked out my website, I have this new thing that I'm doing called The Weigh-In, where I actually wait an entire week or so and listen to the album and then give a critique. Because I don't want to be like everybody else and just give 1-2 listens and try to have it out before anybody else does. That waters down and dilutes the culture of what we do. If anybody takes what they do seriously, you want to make sure that everything marinates in your mind before you start saying shit is real. I had to catch myself because I did that before. When I was working with Street Chemistry, shouts to DJ Instinct, I reviewed, what was it? Meek Mill's Dreams, Nightmare, whatever the name. At first I gave that shit a 10 because that shit was like, it shit just slapped hard. But after I started listening to it, I was like, nah, I don't know about a 10 now, nigga. Like, you might get an 8. But that's because I had time to actually listen to it and really break it down. When you do things too impetuously, you fuck up in areas like that. So this time around, I really wanted to make sure that I listened to it and not just heard it. Especially when you're dealing with somebody like J. Cole. He's not going to be one of these ABC rappers that's going to give you everything up front. You really got to listen to the messages, the storyline, the delivery, everything to really make it a true assessment. And after listening to it time and time again, I have to say this was a dope album. Is it the best album that J. Cole has done? I'm not 100% sure. To my knowledge, the way I'm still feeling, I still feel like 2014 Forest Hills Drive is his best project as of yet. I feel like this, if not is the best, is second. Then comes, I would say, I guess, For Your Eyes Only. And then you take your pick between Cold World and Born Center. But with this album, I definitely fuck with a lot of the content, a lot of the storylines that was being told. Like, alright, let's just get it out the way. Y'all know I'm an 80s baby, 90s kid. So when this nigga did that 1985 song,
yeah,
nigga, let's talk about
that. That was fire. That was fire. That's probably one of the hardest songs on the whole.
I agree.
That is one of the hardest
songs. I agree.
songs.
It was one of my top 3 favorite songs from that album.
Yeah.
And I hate him because he actually took my idea and one of the points that I was going to eventually make on the show. It was just depending on who I was going to interview. And I feel like I was gonna, if I was to interview Horseshoe Gang, I would have used this example. Anybody that doesn't know about Horseshoe Gang, y'all niggas are living on the rock. Them niggas is by far probably the hardest group in Cali, if not in the rap industry right now. They really give TDE a run for their money.
Shout out to my man who's now one of the lead actors in Black Lightning as well.
Which one?
What's his name? I can't think of his name.
Kenny?
No, I can't think of his name.
Jaiso?
Damn, I can't think of his name right now.
Is one Horseshoe Gang?
Yeah, one of them.
Oh, alright, I really gotta do my history. I gotta check. But that's what's up. I didn't even peek. But my whole thing is like, alright, I have 3 examples for you guys. Now, granted, it's very different between them and this generation, but just try to follow along. So the 3 people I was gonna use was Ice Cube, T.I., and David Banner. 3 entirely different artists.
Yeah, very.
But what they all have in common is that there is a huge metamorphosis and transition from when they started to where they are now. I'm gonna be honest, T.I. came out when I was young as shit. He came out not too long after Ludacris, so I still felt like Luda was the king of the South. But T.I. came out with 24's, Rubber Band Man.
Facts.
Who in their right mind at that time would be able to look at T.I. at that point and say he's going to be a very pivotal person in hip-hop and be able to speak on the behalf of hip-hop in an articulate and dignified manner to where he doesn't make us look stupid? To be honest, not a lot of people can say that because they're going to look at him and say, nah, that hood nigga, Rubber Band Man, the jerseys nigga had the fitted hat cocked to the side. Nah, he's going to be on some hood shit forever. But you have to let people grow.
Right.
And that was the point I'm trying to make. Now, I was saying Ice Cube. Ice Cube, niggas with attitude, no Vaseline, Lynch Mob.
Which is the craziest name for this record ever.
You listen, I feel like as far as titles go, he got it. Like, nigga, fuck Ether, nigga, no Vaseline. But this is my point. You have to let people grow. He then goes on to doing Are We There Yet? He does family movies. He produces. He acts. He directs. He has his own basketball league. If we were to write him off as soon as he came out with NWA, we would never be able to see the maturity, and we would never be able to see where he could take the game. David Banner, another one. He was on some real trill ass shit, and I'm a New York head, so I wasn't banging with nothing from the South, but he was doing all that candy painted cars and shit, all that crazy materialistic shit. Now look at him. He gets paid to do public speaking and tries to inspire and teach the youth. So this is my point. You see them. Now, it's very hard. It makes it very fucking difficult for me to say this. But when you got niggas like Lil Yachty and Lil Uzi Vert and Lil P and all these littles and youngs, as ridiculous as they may come off, they're young as shit. So this is what's fun to them. They're not really trying to do this on a business, professional, intellectual manner yet. Give them time to grow. If they are 30 years old and they are still talking about this same shit, then we can start to fucking throw the gavel at these niggas. But these niggas are young. They just got out of their mama's crib for the most part, whatever the case may be. They probably just got finished slinging whatever they was doing. So now they're doing something legal. They're doing something fun.
You gotta give them time.
Gotta give them time. I'm not at all agreeing or cool with the content and how they deliver their content, but you have to give them time to mature and get to that Ice Cube, T.I., David Banner level. So I respect the way that J. Cole attacked that whole situation, and I said it also in the write-up. He could have definitely went left and did the whole Ice-T, Soulja Boy approach, but he did it from a more mature standpoint. Like, listen, I'm not gonna knock you because when I was your age, I was doing the same shit, but I just want to put you on the game. The shit's gonna be different for you in a couple of years. Your fan base is not gonna fuck with you because they're gonna grow up and move on. You riding waves of trends, not gonna be able to survive in this industry unless you have real skills underneath this. For the most part, I feel like I don't think any of these niggas can really survive if tomorrow everybody just decides like, nah, we don't do this fucking trap shit. If you don't got bars, we don't fuck with you.
Facts.
I don't think a lot of these niggas gonna be able to hit us with the Funk Flex 16s, Tim Westwoods, and things of that nature.
I don't know.
So, I feel like that's what he's trying to say. And I feel like any young nigga who has any type of real niggas around him will let him know, like, nah, Cole's not trying to dish you. He's just trying to put you on game. Try to listen to what he's saying and try to prep for this. Because the shit will happen. If you don't believe me, look at Soulja Boy. That nigga has hits, but that nigga is not current because he didn't know how to really have any skills to hold him over when shit doesn't go anymore. Shit doesn't roll.
It doesn't. And it's kind of sad because that's the same thing I was starting to look at. Like, here's the funny part. We kind of reverted back to how things used to be because back in the day, record labels were everything. And then now, getting signed is like the stupidest thing in the world. But now, the labels are smartening up. Like, okay, we're not going to go for the old heads. Like myself and Black, I would be considered old heads. Just
that's a fact.
That we maintain our relevancy by going through the independent scene. Now, the little peeps and punks and whatever are going for the deals, but they're all 360 deals. Now, mind you, a lot of us have been screaming, do not sign these deals for the longest, and yet they're getting signed. They're getting half their masters and royalty checks taken from them. Perfect example. I learned this lesson without me even being out there like that. What's the one thing they always tell you when you sign a deal, Black? Make sure you get your what?
Your lawyer?
No, outside of that.
Your Glock 40 in case niggas try to.
You know what, kid? The first thing they always get you is to make sure you get your publishing and masters. Because the masters is what makes sure it keeps your relevancy. Jay-Z can drop all his old music in one box set and will make bread off it because they love the classic shit. So now they, rather than getting the individual album, I don't want just Blueprint, I just like this song. I don't want just Hard Knock Life, I want that one song of it. Now he can drop a collection of Jay-Z Greatest Hits Volume 1, and it's all his mainstream shit. Jay-Z's Greatest Hits Volume 2, it's all his shit that should have been major singles. Why? Because he owns his publishing and masters. That's the reason why he made a big deal. When he dropped In My Lifetime Volume 1, he did the big contract for it because he had just got his masters. It's very important. Now, nah, fuck that. People big up Cardi B so much, and God help me, anybody from the Barty game come at me.
Oh God.
But she signed over her basically her masters to get her money now, rather than get her money on the back end later. Now, that's her choice. But now, let's say Bodak Yellow gets to a point where it's getting re-released now. Now it's what I call music volume 129. She don't see shit off of that. She don't. The label does because she gave up all her rights to her publishing and masters. Perfect another example. Second thing I always tell you when you look into a deal. First, the number one thing. Make sure you go on tour. The reason why? The label does not eat off the tour. The label sets you up with a promoter in each town, and you set everything up with your road manager. People forget there's more than one manager. There's a road manager and there's a personal manager.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah.
That's how people eat.
Talk to the mainstream. Put them on game.
What ends up happening is if you don't go on tour and your song does horrible, you're not eating. The reason I'm bringing this up, your boy, Lil Uzi Vert, gets no money from getting paid on radio. Why? Because he signed all his publishing for that track. You know that track you hear everywhere? I don't even care if you die.
Yeah.
All my friends are dead, whatever. That track is fire to me. Low key is fire. I had to hear it in NBA 2K to like it, but it's fine. It's fine. But
anything is fire when you hit the 3 at the buzzer.
Basically. But the fact that I had to listen to that song there to hear it, he didn't make money off of that. When it gets played on Hot 87, Power 105, whatever, he don't see money off of that. The label sees the money. He had to go on tour for damn near half of last year, where he had to schedule his tours around his award show, appearances, because he had to stay on tour just to recoup some type of money from it. While Spotify's giving 83 cents to $1 on your stream for one person streaming it, he's getting half that. You have to play his song damn near 10 times constantly just so he can see something from it. That's crazy.
Damn.
Mind you, that song went triple platinum in less than 3 months. It's up to, I think, 4 times now. He's only seeing about the worth of what it means to go gold off that record. Him personally.
Wow. Yo, listen, man, I told you, listen. fuck with WVMR, fuck with mainstream, fuck with me. We be on our music shit. Like, it's more than just saying, oh, Jay-Z is our favorite rapper. No, we look at the analytics. We look at the deals. We look at the percentages. We look at the different companies of who's doing what and who's merging with who. The shit is important. Being an artist is great, but if you're not gonna also become your own manager, become your own PR, there's a lot of shit that's gonna get you fucked up in this game.
That's a fact.
Like, you think getting 30,000 up front sounds good until you realize niggas just got 600,000 without you knowing. Shit be real out here. Like, you gotta really understand these fucking contracts, understand what it means when niggas say a 360 deal and all these other type of things. Yo, I was actually thinking about that when I was at work the other day.
Okay.
This is what pisses me off with a 360 deal. Basically, for those of you who are not privy to, once again, music terminology and phrases and things of that nature, 360 deal, in short, correct me if I'm wrong, mainstream, is a deal where you sign with a label, and now that you're signed to that label, they now own basically your likeness. So anytime you do anything, they're getting some percentage off.
Right. Funny part is, it's similar to the same deal that's in WVMR. If anybody actually looks at that contract with WVMR, it states on the second page that WVMR, the company, will be allowed to use your likeness and or your logo to further promote the station itself. You're giving us that right to do so.
Yes.
And of course, you reciprocate by signing it, and from there on, we can put, for example, Darkside Radio logos can be seen on several flyers across New York. Because I gave the okay to do so.
And of course, I signed it and I knew what I was getting into. So, yeah,
yeah,
that's different for me. Now, here's my thing that pisses me off about 360 deals and anything that's close to a 360 deal, 359 deal, 361 deal, whatever. I don't care. Okay, let's say you're an artist, you're blowing up. Nike approaches you. Nike is like, yo, I see what you're doing. I fucks with it. You, like, the way you move, you'll be perfect to rock our new sports, blah, blah, blah. We want to we want to sponsor you and do this and do that. Nike came to you. The label, no representative for the label, facilitated that deal, and yet and still wants money for that. That's the shit that pisses me off.
Highly.
Nigga, if you didn't put in on this, it's just like the blunt. If you didn't put 5 on this, guess what? You ain't getting no pulls. Fuck out of here. But you have to be privy to this type of to the type of stuff that's going on in the industry, so you can avoid that type of stuff. How would you feel if your music is pumping and niggas hit you with the like, yo, we got this energy drink, we want you to be a part of it, or your manager rather, who's not a part of the label, he's your man's been running with you. He's like, yo, I just got off the phone with Powerade, niggas want to holler at you about a commercial, want to start doing business, and then your label here is like, oh nah, let me get on this 3-way call. Oh nah, let me get that percentage. You gonna be like, what the fuck percentage, nigga? What did you do besides sign me 4 months ago, and then that was it? Like,
thank you, Blackout, because I can take advantage of this time right now.
Talking shit.
Without saying any names. So I want everybody to understand, the same thing goes with the manager as well. For example, people are really not privy to the fact of what I do as far as Voice Music Entertainment, which is the offset brand of Voices Music. There are 2 representatives who hold the title of manager in Voice Music Entertainment. Myself, and of course now known as Leak LaBelle in the group chat. Stupid ass.
But CC Sabathia?
Yeah. But Malik is, he's also a manager on the Voice Music Entertainment. We both oversee artists in that label. They have signed an agreement on to Voice Music Entertainment. In there, it states, based on who the person is, that we receive anywhere from 10 to 15% of what they make, pending that we are the ones who get that gig. Perfect example. If I find a gig for Miko, what happens? I get 15% of that, right? If it's something he finds on his own, that gets cut in half. It's only 7%. I get 7% what he makes. If you do your math, people, go back, calculate this one. It's not that fucking hard. Anyway, the point I'm bringing it up is the fact that if you have an agreement that clearly states that, oh, label or manager does not get this cut, then don't complain about it when you have to give up the cut. I don't get that. If that person put the work in for you, then obviously you have to pay said person. Don't go to your label mate or somebody who works with you on the side. Yo, did you have to get a cut too? The person gonna say is, yeah, nigga, I had to give the cut. What the fuck? You can't. There's a science to it at the end of the day. And that's the thing people don't understand. There's a science to this game. And I'm good to the fact that we have Konceited Show to build it. Because maybe you can speak on this as well.
Yeah.
But this is my thing. When you're an artist and you sign deals that has things where it's percentage and stuff involved, you gotta be smart about it. If you know damn well you can have a situation where you can sit right there.
Yeah. But wait, no, God. The fucking camera. Oh. Alright, good looking. Alright. Yeah. Technical difficulty, guys. I spilled my drink.
Yeah. But at the end of the day, if you're an artist and you're trying to have a manager, be smart and be a part of a record label, be smart about the deals you're signing. Please read them thoroughly. Because if you don't sit there and put the work in behind it, the label's gonna do one or two things. Okay, so you're just sitting here not doing shit. Can you make a record so we can eat off of you now, or are you just going to go independent? All right, so just know, because this deal ends and when we cancel it, 6 months worth of your work after you leave here, it's going to go to us now. That's shit. That's real shit. That shit happens. So shout out to the artists that sit here and try to, try to think they're going to go independent and then realize, no, you're still in the deal. Mm-hmm. Be smart out here, people.
Gotcha. And on that note, I can properly introduce my guests. They just arrived, fresh all the way from the BX.
I'm from Brooklyn, man.
I mean, but this is where you're coming from. You telling me the BX trains was fucking you up. I'm not saying that. Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Shout out to my nigga Konceited. Konceited Show and his mans.
Yo, it's your boy C-No, man. It's the alien back in the building.
Okay, all right. So, Konceited, what's good, man?
What's up, man? What's up?
Alright, I'm chilling, man.
Long time no see, bro.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, right? Bullshit. like I didn't just see this nigga at what, Bushwick Public House?
Yeah.
Facts. And this is where I met your man C-No. Yo, all respect to you. I definitely did enjoy your performance.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, definitely. Like I like the fluidity between all three of you guys. You guys had a very good vibe and connection when y'all was on stage. I should say, Bushwick Public House. If you've been to Bushwick Public House, you know why I use quotations just now. We're going to leave that as it is.
Listen, we work as a family unit, man. It's all is one, and that's just how it is. So it's
right.
Like we all work collectively to try to make sure we put up good quality music. It's just how it is.
That's what's up. Yeah. Speaking of good quality music, this nigga Konceited.
Yo.
This nigga opened up the whole 20-minute set list.
Oh, man.
Had bitches twerking and shit, pulling bitches from the fucking stands. I was like, oh, okay.
Hey, man. Hey.
We was the real winners that
Improvise
night.
sometimes.
Yeah, improvise. I see. That's what's up.
You gotta use what you got.
That's a fact. Okay, so let's just get right into it. Because this is a big deal for any artist, and I give all respect to you and your grind and how you push your brand and everything like that. For those of you guys who are not privy to who Konceited is or what he's about, this nigga has a new track out. The shit hit 1 million plays. I'm sorry, not 1 million plays. Over 1 million plays in 11 days.
Yeah.
Was it 11 days or less than 11 days?
It was 10 to 11. Yeah.
Listen, I know niggas who have been putting out records since 05. Niggas ain't even get to 10,000 yet. Let's keep it all the way big. Myself included, I ain't even trying to put myself in no different pedestal. So anytime an artist can get that type of play organically, we're not talking about the niggas who paid to have shit played and streamed and the fake numbers. We're talking about organically, nigga, like 1 million people or like a person really loved you that much, was streaming your shit 1 million times.
Talk about it.
That's what's up. That's a great milestone for any artist.
Mm-hmm.
So definitely, yeah, a lot of respect to you with that. That was the Raw record.
Yeah, bro.
Okay, so anybody who hasn't heard Raw, definitely gotta check that out.
Oh, it's out on all streaming platforms right now.
Yeah, that's
so,
a fact.
Yeah, definitely go get that. Let's get 1 million on that.
Yeah, let's get 2 million on that.
2 million.
5 million on that.
Let's double it, triple it, whatever.
Okay. 5 million, 10 million, 50 million. That's not even discussing, man. Nah, but okay. Now who else is featured on that track?
All right, there's K-Shine, Corey J and Elohim's.
Okay, now Elohim's and Corey J is, of course, your people and everything,
Yeah,
right? Alright, so anybody who's not privy to the battle rap culture, K-Shine is a big deal. I'm not just saying that because he's one of my favorite battle rappers, but if you go into battle rap, there's a certain tier. He's one of the top tier niggas out. And you may like him, you may hate him, you have to give that nigga respect because that nigga does chew niggas out.
Yeah.
How did that feature come about?
Yo, honestly, K-Shine was even the original pick for the track. It was supposed to be another battle rapper. He had his verse and everything, but pretty much he didn't get his verse to me on time.
Right.
So I reached out to K-Shine and I was like, yo, I got this track. Hey, what's up? I got this track and I'm like, would you want to get on it? He was like, yeah, send it to me. I sent it to him. 5 minutes later, I'm done.
Damn. Yeah.
I'm like, nah, you lying. He started sending me voice notes. I'm like, you serious? I'm like, yo, this is really about to happen? Like, okay,
Yeah.
let's go.
I'm not surprised because the niggas definitely be going in. It's not easy to do fucking 10-minute battle verse.
Yeah.
So I mean, when you have that type of work ethic underneath your belt,
Yeah.
nigga sends you a track and it's like, oh nah, we need a verse. Niggas can do 5 minutes to come back and hit you with them bars already. So that's what's up. Like I think it was definitely a dope track. Like once again, I think that was a good milestone. Like you can get big, big name people on your shit, and I feel like that I think helped a little bit.
Shit,
But
it was almost somebody else, another big name on it too.
all right, who was it? Oh, nigga. Oh shit. Okay. Damn. Niggas is moving out here. That's what it is. Yo, I can't even imagine what that shit would be like.
I'm like, if I put him on the track, I'm gonna have to write my verse.
Yeah, you have to rewrite your
I'm gonna have to
shit.
rewrite my verse for like a whole month.
Nigga, listen, did you check out his last two projects? The
Yes.
More Mixtape and
Yes.
Goat?
Yes, the
Nigga.
one with Martha Ambrosio on it.
Yeah.
Yeah. War
Yo,
was
when
on
he-
there. Ghetto Boy was on there.
This nigga did
Yo, I'm sorry to change the subject, but King Los.
Talk about it. Talk about it. Let's go.
No lie. King Los was almost the reason why I quit rapping.
What?
No lie.
What?
No
What
lie.
happened?
Because it was like, it was that point in time when he was like first like coming up.
This is
And
like Zero Gravity days?
Yeah, when he did the 6'7" freestyle.
Yeah.
I heard that. I'm like, I don't want to rap. I'm like, yo, if he gets in the game, I'm not going nowhere.
I'm not really surprised by that.
I'm like,
He
yo,
always was able to spit, because people thought he was gonna get into the battle rap circuit because he was just that
He is that
nasty.
nice.
Yeah.
But he came out with songs and he was hot.
I heard his moment for life. I'm like, yeah.
Have you heard War?
Oh.
I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm like,
It's
I
nice.
don't want to rap no more.
Nah, I can't ever say I can put the mic down. I can't do that.
Yeah, I don't know about that, but nah, that nigga definitely makes you be like, alright, let me go back and rewrite this shit. Let me make sure I.
There's a couple people who are like that.
Yeah, that definitely.
But definitely that motivated me even like harder. So like even since he's up in here, I gotta go harder now.
Right.
Because you know why? Iron sharpens iron.
Mm-hmm. That's a fact.
When it comes down to if you get around somebody who's slightly nicer to you or maybe nicer to you, you have no choice but to either step up with them or you just happy to be in the same ring with them. Like battling Eminem, you can't get mad at that.
Yeah.
You gonna get them views, people are gonna be like, who is this guy that's battling Eminem? Because you know Eminem's nasty.
Yeah.
Or if you battling Lux, or you battling
I ain't mad.
shit, I want you. Or Murder Mook,
I take it before I take it.
Mook gonna give you
Oh,
that
wait,
back.
hold on now.
Mook gonna give you that back.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I feel like I would take Lux before I take Murder Mook.
I feel like it's a privilege to be able to step into that ring because
But
like, if you
even-
really, if you take that privilege, first of all, your numbers is gonna go up just on who you battling off of. Aside from that, it's that respect level because they gonna look at you
talk
like
about it.
they gonna look at you like, oh, for real? You feel like you got that caliber of bars and step into that mic? Okay, cool. If you're willing to do that, I'm gonna give you that shot. But don't think I'm gonna take it easy on you.
That's a fact.
And then after people sitting there and watch that battle, especially if it's debatable, they were like, nah, some kind of nice.
That's a fact. Because but you're saying, I love what you're saying with the respect factor. There's a lot of battle rap niggas out there that are dead nice and that have called out and want to get at Murder Mook and Lux. But it's a respect factor, nigga. You don't have
They
enough
put that work
stripes,
in.
or you ain't put that work in. You're not nice enough for them to respect you enough to give you that battle.
Yeah.
But
That's
then,
why.
like, if you nice nice enough when you coming up on that radar.
Yeah.
Say if you got like 2 or 3 battles and the next thing you know your third battle is Mook, people's antennas is gonna go up.
Oh yeah, that's a fact.
Automatically. They're gonna be like, yo, how did he get? That's the first thing.
Just
That
the
is.
third battle and it's Mookie.
Nigga, yeah,
You
put
gotta
up-
be
you put
nice
up-
on a certain
You
type
put up
of
like at
level.
least 500 bands. Like, nah, nigga, we doing this.
You definitely
That, and he also had, like, in order for him to accept that battle, he had to see the previous battles, be like,
Yeah.
you know what, this kid's hungry.
Yeah.
I'm a feed him.
I doubt Luke would even think that. Once you put up them numbers, he'd be like, okay, I don't care if his name is Harry, John,
Whatever.
What if
Yeah.
he was so nice that he can't lie?
not Luke.
Alright, so now, alright, getting back to what you were saying. I like what you were saying, like with steel sharpen steel. I think that's very important. Who in the industry right now gives you that King Los effect? And this question is for both of you guys. And I have a follow-up question after that.
I don't know anybody in the industry right now. Besides like J. Cole, Kendrick. That's all I know.
Okay, C-No, you?
Pusha T.
Okay, King Push.
Ooh.
Definitely Pusha T.
Wait, Pusha T still? Because I mean, to be
Yes.
honest, I don't think he's gonna be able to top My Name Is My Name.
Why can't you say that?
I don't know. It's
Because
just
the thing that I
think-
like about Pusha is he's so complex with his bars, and that he's been doing this for so long. He has no choice but to grow with his music, and he's authentic. He's himself.
Mhm.
If you really live in that life, you know what he's talking about.
That's a fact.
So you can't
You
sit
know what?
there
I
and-
keep in the
you can't
line.
sit
Then I was
there-
like,
Is he
I was
good?
in 8th grade. Like,
can't
what
sit
is he
there
keeping
and
the line? I grew up. I was like, oh shit,
Now,
this
don't
nigga's
get
about
me-
that. I see.
Don't get me wrong. I'm a Kendrick. I'm a Cole fan. But when it comes
To sometimes grit and bars and
I
yeah.
gotta listen to the Push. I gotta listen to, you know what I'm saying, my old stack bundles.
Mm.
I gotta listen to old Chinks. You know what I mean? Like
Okay.
people who I know for a fact they was really in the trenches like that.
Deep
And
Black.
I understand.
Yeah,
Dip
Deep
Jada, you know what I'm
G-Unit,
saying?
yeah.
Like old, you know what I'm saying? All that, because that's what we grew up on. And then when you go out west, you listen to the E40s, you listen to the YGs and the Snoops. You know what I'm saying? People who really in the field.
Mhm.
I feel that. Because when you talking mood music and you talking about stuff that's relatable, because if you're vulnerable enough to put that on a track, Biggie was one of those artists.
Yeah.
When he did Suicidal Thoughts, that wasn't something that an ordinary artist can come out and say. When you stealing money out your mother's purse, I understand that.
Yeah.
You that hungry, so you're willing to put that out there and make yourself vulnerable. Okay, yeah, I'll put on a track with Slim like that. I don't understand that.
Okay.
I think Fab.
Mm.
Yeah,
Okay.
Fab.
Yeah, I fucks with Fab. Yo, it's about to be. I feel like it's about to be 20 years for Fab next year.
Yeah.
Still in the game. And nigga, that Freddy versus Jason, that
Consistently.
Friday on Elm Street, nigga. I fucks with Fab because this nigga has such a smooth ass delivery.
He's Brooklyn.
Yo, my niggas
He's the definition of a Brooklyn nigga.
like swag, but still on some hood
It's like
shit.
he don't even try.
He really don't.
And he's good at storytelling.
Yeah.
Back in the days, he was like, back in the days, niggas used to get jumped in the back. Nowadays, the jump balls just jump in the back. Nigga, that's shit I can live. That shit I live
All
through.
the soul tapes.
Ooh, Soul Tape, the
all
first
the-
one was classic.
Yeah.
Classic.
Soul tapes
Oh my
was
God.
classic. We used
My
to
first
wait
one
for
was-
Christmas.
The first one was a
the
hit. Talk about it, nigga. Yo.
You knew when Christmas came after you finished opening presents and you go to your Christmas dinner with all your grannies,
Even-
the soul tape was on, bro.
Nigga, even the funeral Fab.
Yeah.
That was like
That really
That-
happened. Like, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So now, all right. The follow up now. How do you guys feel like you're in a group now, basically, Dark
Yeah.
Kings? Is it the same situation where Still Sharp and Still? You listen to Konceited, it's like, oh, that's what the fuck you. That's how you feel, nigga.
Oh,
Alright, you
yeah,
bet.
nah,
Watch when I
totally.
get this 16.
Oh,
Totally.
yeah, definitely. I was just going off on Corey because he jumped on Heem's track. And I'm like, yo, Corey, really? Like, really? And I'm like, yo, I don't even want to get on the track. And I'm like, you know what? Heem's here, send me the track.
Okay.
So it's always like a competitive thing.
Friendly competition.
Yeah,
Yeah. That's what's up. I respect it.
definitely like that.
Because that's how it was with Raw. Because I had my verse done first.
Mhm.
I sent it, they was like, word, that's how you feel. But everybody had to come correct, or it's going to stand out.
Right. Okay.
Speaking of Raw, you know how many questions I got after shows? Be like, yo, I seen you in the video. Why you ain't go Raw? Because I wasn't here, bro. I was on the West Coast. I wasn't here.
He'll hit you with that. Did it look like I got left on Baton Rouge?
One of those situations.
Yeah.
I'm not hurting that. I mean, I'm hurting, but I ain't hurting that bad.
Yeah, exactly. That's what's up. Alright, I gotta ask, how did Elohim's, how did Corey J, how did you C-No, how did you Konceited, how did you guys all get together and become a collective?
Alright, well, I knew everybody individually. Like, I knew him more than everybody else. We had our own, like, past life. Like, that's how we met. We went through, like,
And we're
bad
from the
times.
same hood.
Bad times, yeah. And we both from Brooklyn, so that's how we met. And then, me and Heems, we met through another artist. Heems was actually shooting this video. And then from there, me and Heems got close. And then me and Corey used to work in the same job as well. So then, just like everybody, like I put Corey onto Heems because Heems was doing videos. So then from there they started getting close, and then we all started getting close. And then I brought him in. I'm like, yo, come, whoa.
This man called me when I was sitting in bed, messed up in the head. He was like, yo, come to the video shoot.
Yeah,
Can you slide?
for a video shoot. I told him to come through.
And I said, I'll be there in an hour. I was there 45 minutes later.
From there, you just see all of us now.
Because, like, I left to go to the Army in 2012, and, like, me and him was hanging real tough before that. And I was in Houston, I ended up in Cali, I ended up in Oregon, and then I ended up back here. So, as soon as I got back here, the first thing I did was hit the homie and like, yo, I'm touching the land, what's up? He said, well, you free slide.
That's what's up.
Pulled up.
So wait,
I had to stop pulling up.
that's what it is. So wait, so you served.
I did, 3.5 years.
That's what's up, man. I respect it.
You know what I'm saying? I got tired of getting shot up for free in East New York, so I decided to get paid for it.
I respect it. Yo, talking shit. Basically. Yo, honestly, this is the shit that pisses me off about this country. And this is why I respect anybody who serves, because I definitely feel like there's things that you went through that people, that civilians, myself included, may not be able to physically or mentally be able to go through that. So I feel like anybody who can pass that type of training and goes into that type of field willingly, now that's some draft shit, because niggas who was in draft was not trying to go. That's why it was a draft.
I'm gonna speak on that real fast. I'm from East New York. I have family in the Bronx. I got family in Brownsville. If you think about the trenches, if you think about the trap, if you think about the most gutterous places, I've been there. I'm comfortable there. That was my deployment. Before I even went to the Army.
Right.
When I told my mother I was going to the Army, she sat there and thought about it for a minute. She was like, yo, I'd rather you go to the Army, shoot the right person and get a reward, than shoot the right person in defense and get life. And when I told him I was going to go, he was like, yo, bro, that's the way to go. Because a lot of people around that same time was like, yo, bro, you selling out, you from this, that, and the third, how you going to work for the government? Nigga, they paying me a check. They giving me a house. I got insurance now. I can get my teeth fixed. Like,
Yeah.
You gonna tell me no?
Yeah. Stay in the trap in the trenches with us, nigga.
Like, it's okay to be in, like, listen, at a certain point, you gotta make grown up man decisions.
I respect it.
Yeah.
And if you out here really about that, go with the same infantry niggas or the same people that you in the truck and do the same shit and get paid to do it and not go to jail. To me, it was a win-win.
But you already got the gun and experience anyway, nigga.
I don't know what you're talking about. That's allegedly.
I'm not saying you. I'm just saying them.
Listen, I'm just saying. It's rough out here. I pray for everybody out here that's doing their thing. If you're making the wrong decisions, I hope that they come over to the right side. Because I'm a civilian now. I have a bank account. I pay taxes.
That's what's up.
Yo,
I make music with show.
Yo, shout out to my brother. He's in the Marines right now.
Oh yeah, definitely shout out to
Still, no man beats.
Yeah.
Still got me messed up. That's my little brother.
That's what's up.
My blood brother. Like,
Shout out to all those who are serving and those deployed right now too.
That's
Because I know
a
it's definitely hard to be away from your family for 18 plus months
Yeah.
in a desert, looking like, damn, I gotta see these ugly ass faces again.
That's a fact. Shout out to my big brother Cap. That nigga was a ranger.
Oh, he was a ranger?
Yeah.
Oh, respects to that man
Yeah,
to the green hat.
you know that nigga, yeah.
Yeah.
Mainstream, you saw that nigga.
Yep.
At my birthday party. He put it out there. He was like, yeah, I'm the shooter. Like if black give me
all
the
of
word,
them are shooters.
yeah.
There is no question about
But
that.
see, mainstream didn't know that. He was like, yeah, I'm the shooter. If black gives me the word, then that nigga's done for. I was like, Cap, it's my birthday. Like, everybody's family here. Chill.
Yeah.
You can't give him dark water and let him talk. That's the one thing about him. That's my nigga. That's my brother. But
Listen,
That's
the army niggas drink.
that's a fact. You do not want to sit up here and think you can outdrink or drink with, like, alright, that's why I went back
Marines
to,
too.
Yeah.
I've hung out with a couple Marines. They think alike. You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact. I feel like anybody who, like, their boots touch soil, yeah. No disrespect to the Air Force and Navy.
Air Force?
Huh? Oh, shit. Yo, alright.
I gotta bust out.
I see you. But yeah, I feel like you guys, who would really touch the soil, really had to go in the trenches and do real nigga shit. It's a little bit of a different thing. Because, Air Force and things like that, they get called for last when shit gets
at the end of the day, it's still grown folk shit because you gotta think about it. You're putting your life on the line
Facts, of
for
course.
the country.
Yes.
Not just because when I say the country, I'm talking about the racist people who don't like you,
Yes.
the people who aren't favorable of the military, and people who just don't know what we do on a regular basis.
Right.
So with that being said, if some war was to break out right now and the Ku Klux Klan was out here hanging black folk, bruh, I guarantee you're not going to war with ISIS. I know they're not. Because you know why? You're scared to fight somebody who's not afraid to die.
Yeah.
So if you have no fear of death and you feel like you're getting rewarded for actually slaughtering infidels, that means you got 7, 8, 9-year-olds with AKs that's ready to murder you. Because you killed their uncles, their daddies, their aunties, and all that. So they don't care about you. You got a uniform on, you're an infidel. It's that simple. They'll put bombs on the side of the road, they'll send chicks over to where you at and actually clap you, or they'll come do it themselves. They have no problem doing it. But I'm in America. I'm from Brooklyn. We don't play none of that because ISIS is in our neighborhood selling us loosies. We ain't really mad at them.
Alright, let's get back to this music though.
Yeah.
You got the song?
Too deep in that.
Alright, so what song do you got?
Raw.
Oh, you got Raw?
Oh, shit.
Alright, so Konceited, we're gonna let you take us away with Raw right now.
Yo, what's up? This is my new track, Raw, featuring K-Shine, Elohim, Corey J. Bang.
Instagram? You see these niggas, they ain't see my face yet.
Ooh, baby, I like it raw. Yeah, baby, I like it raw.
Alright now.
Baby, I like it raw. Yeah, baby, I like it raw.
First date. No way. No like style.
Emoji texture, right this song. Display bars, I'm giving right stores. Cyphers all black and any blue like the lights on. Michael Kors, work make them ODB. Things like it raw. Good day, 5 3 B's. And you might get full basketball. I don't even like the broad. Stash in your Xbox like Microsoft. Move different, flip it like a move switching.
Oh, yeah?
Give it like a soup kitchen. A crew get it off the books like soup dish. Find a section and post like a news clipping. I just pass out more and I ain't stretching it. Lay smackdown raw and I ain't wrestling. Fighting all, had the fiends for a different hit.
Oh, I'm about to say, like, goddamn, nigga, like, I didn't even get time.
That's my sample right now.
So this is you. Alright, so you definitely on the. Alright, cool. Alright, let me get your time. Oh, I appreciate it. Look, I got his look. There's a black people global event that I'm hosting. I'm gonna need a black people Darkside. I'm gonna send you the money. I'll just let you know.
Yeah, I'm wearing it.
You got that one? Nigga!
On Wednesday.
Motherfucker, yo, I'm gonna trade you. God damn it! I literally just told you.
I was thinking about it.
Yo.
I'm gonna wear it on Wednesday.
Alright, I see how you are.
Yeah, baby, I like it raw. Oh, baby, I like it raw. Yeah, baby, I like it raw.
I got a
Grinding till the sun up, fourth quarter, I won up. Be aware, move swings like nunchucks, no fear. Fifth gear, give no fucks. I'm just waiting on my meal, I ain't eat lunch. Whoever had hold the crown, I'm taking it off. Guillotine so clean, you taking it lost. You facing the balls, Simon says, hit him between eyes and head. Lyrical ruler, show what his mind just read. Hottest on the track, grind for bread. Can't run shit if you have no legs. Can't ride if you have no pants. Fuck the feds. I be spazzing like fuck they meds. nigga. You wanna move like dinner. I ain't lying. Pray in the jungle. Give from a muzzle. That's how they mumble. By your styles, I get 10 styles. Wow. When money calling, you supposed to be bowling. 6 shots, airborne with the fire. 6 shots, airborne with the fire. Yeah, baby, I like it.
I'll catch y'all in a minute. Or live for that. I don't know, just people out there. About to find out. Right. You about to get back on here? You about to get back on? You about to get back on? Alright, let's finish.
We don't even need to speak, we do the thug way. Fuck playing guns, my niggas, they do the gunplay. Talk shit, don't say my name, I see you one day, yo, I get it, dude. You heard tracks and put the subway. Real niggas for love, pussy nigga, you pump fake. You'll never get a shot in this game, don't let the bumps play. I can start at 5 and get him shot in just one day. And make your mom get on the knees like it was Sunday. I'm a ball bully, I bully these bars, bully, I'm fully in charge, goody, reminder of God, silly. A young nigga hungry, but on the contrary, niggas giving food for thought, trust with a mob goody. Shimmy, shimmy now, man, that's ODB, but I'm a New York nigga, and so I ODB. These tracks been DOA since my DOB, and I'ma murder these beats, so call it DOC. Yeah, baby, I like it. Ooh, baby, I like it.
Oh, you couldn't get the run up? No, I already put the password in.
Oh, nah, y'all should have said something. I got the hotspot. You back?
Yeah.
Oh, shit, nigga. Damn. Black out the Rebel Darkside Radio. We
My
back.
bad. I didn't realize
C-No. Fucking Konceited Show. We just heard Raw.
Yeah.
Featuring Corey J, Elohims, and
K-Shot.
King. Yo, listen, man. That shit was crazy. Like that's what New York City sounds like. I don't know what Flex be talking about. That's what New York City is supposed to
We're
sound
not gonna
like.
speak on OGs because you know they're getting kind of old. You know, senile.
You know, they kind of like lose their hearing.
Listen, man.
Yo, some of our OGs, they really don't like some of the young niggas that's coming in the game. It's okay.
It's a fact.
They really don't like us until we come with that heat.
I mean, it depends on what type of. Honestly, we was just having that conversation. It depends what type of young nigga you are, but at the end of the day, we gotta give y'all niggas time to grow. You're a young nigga. You're younger than me. I wouldn't really call you a young head, not like a little Uzi Vert or something, because I feel like you're older than them.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, point of the matter is, whatever you're doing, we gotta give you time to grow.
Yeah.
So, as an old head, we might not fuck with you. But we have to remember, at the end of the day, we was your age. We was probably talking about and doing the same shit you're doing.
That's a fact.
But we're looking at it from our perspective now. We can't have you live your life the way a 30-year-old or a 40-year-old is living, and your ass is only 23. We gotta let you go through the motions of what it's like to go from 23 to 30 to 40.
Because you know what? Not to interrupt you.
No, it's
talking Heems.
Yeah.
The conversation that we had, I was like, when you look at the Dark Kings,
I was gonna talk about that. Go
when
ahead.
you look at the Dark Kings, you see a lot. The only person I can compare to as far as our group as a collective is Davey. Davey's the best in the game. He was already good.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And we're watching him grow as each project drops.
Oh,
The song
definitely.
that he drops.
Yeah.
When you hear Konceited Show, when you hear Corey, when you hear Heems, when you hear my music, you know that that's not all that we got. You know that we got more in the chamber. We still got more rounds popping out. So it's like you're watching this grow. Because we grew up with a different set of rules. We grew up around old heads.
Yeah.
We grew up around people in the golden. We grew up in that golden age. So
Yeah.
that's part of us. But when you hear our music, you know that that's not the. You know it's good, but you know that you're gonna watch us grow at each project, each song.
And see, this is why I say I can't necessarily include you in that young head talk, because you are around and accustomed to what the 80s, the golden era, was about.
Yeah.
These young niggas who are not so much. See, your era and our era was one and the same, where niggas glorified the drug dealers. This generation glorifies and applauds the drug abusers.
Yeah.
So it's very different. The mentality, the mind state, the way people carry themselves, the way niggas move. And that's what we're talking about. So that's why I don't include you. I would more so put you in my area
In that category.
than you.
in that
But
bracket.
like anybody who's in that little Uzi Vert type of region,
Trash.
we have to let you guys rock. Like we what's fucked up is that we was hustling to their mothers while niggas was pregnant, and they gave birth, and we mad that they're making the music that they're making like we didn't fucking, like we ain't ghostwrite that shit. Let's really be honest and talk about it. There was some ancient niggas out here that was really about that buck and was like, yo, you pregnant, you 9 months?
There was
I
definitely
don't
some
know,
guys
fuck,
that
you
was
got
selling
20?
crack to their grandmothers because they didn't want them buying it from everybody else.
That's a fact. Talk about it. Yo, Abe is 30. Abe is 30, but it's 25 from me, nigga. You got that right now? Let's go. Let's talk about it.
Especially if you had some raw fish.
Just to let y'all know, I
Oh,
don't know anything about any of this. I don't know nothing.
I don't know nothing either. I just happen to speak that lingo. If you read between the lines, you might get the bigger picture.
That's a fact. Yeah. But nah, I like that you I like that you did mention Dark Kings. I was gonna ask about that. So what is Dark Kings? How did it form? What is it about?
Pretty much,
Shout out to KDK, Money Night Raw. She got the finally shirt in the background.
finally she got it.
I see what you did there. Slaps me.
I want to buy the album too.
Thanks,
Oh,
shit.
I
Look at that.
appreciate you.
That's pure
You want
support.
me
Right
to
there.
autograph it too?
She's part of the
You know, I'm gonna end
25,000
up wearing
streams.
this outside, so walking around with your autograph, I might get jumped.
No, you won't. What's going on?
You got friends.
Listen, I tour everywhere now, you know. You're gonna become non-famous, you're gonna see this shit like, oh my god!
Just make sure you frame it.
Okay.
Word.
Right.
Especially once we get big one day. That'd be great because we still humble.
You mean one day?
Yeah, I fuss with that.
I still eat chopped cheeses from the bodega.
Yeah.
I love those.
Who doesn't? Who really doesn't?
Eat those at least 3 times a week.
4.
Alright, so fuck y'all niggas. Y'all still got fast metabolisms because y'all don't got stomachs yet. My black ass nigga, I can't have big egg and cheeses the way I used to.
Listen, we got kids.
Facts.
Pretty much, yeah.
I know.
We got kids.
But yeah, back to how Dark Kings started. Pretty much it's more so like everybody that's amongst us, we all like, I wouldn't say we conscious, but we aware and everybody just, how can I put it?
We know what's going on out here.
Yeah, like we aware of what's going on and we're not afraid to actually like speak on it,
Right.
unlike other people. Like if you see like
We
conversation,
don't got managers or labels telling us what we need to say on records or promoting what
Exactly,
we need to
like,
say.
no filter
project
with us.
directors.
like you see conversation how I went about with that whole situation.
Right.
Or like I didn't hold back,
Yeah, very true.
and it's just like it's starting a whole movement of like
Oh, that hurt.
Yeah, whole movement.
yeah she gonna get rug burn.
That's a fact. Okay.
But yeah, it's starting a whole movement of people that just like not scared and not holding back pretty much. And everybody's a king in their own way.
I strongly agree.
Or queen.
Or queen.
Or queen, yes.
Queen, yeah.
Shout out to Dark Queens.
It's just dark royalty, dark royalty.
I like that, Dark Royalty. Now, since we're on the subject of Dark Kings,
So,
I got an announcement for everybody out there.
Yeah.
Darkside exclusive.
what's the announcement?
You're on the Dark King.
Just so happens, your man Black Out the Rebel is now the new member of Dark Kings. Let's talk about it. What does this mean? You're gonna see a lot more Konceited Show. You're gonna see a lot more C-No. You're gonna see a lot more Elohims. You're gonna see a lot more Corey J around WBMR, around Voiceless Music, around dark stage events, things of that nature.
Shout out BJ too. BJ too, you're Dark King.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
UGCS.
So yeah, there's gonna be a lot of crazy things going on this summer, this fall. So yeah, look out for that. But now, really quick, C-No, please push your brand. I see High Society, the new clothing line.
Listen, High Society is a lifestyle, man. We came from the bottom. We always wanted to be part of the rich folks and live in those big buildings with the white folk. We want to be High Society too. We want to be able to have big lawns and backyards and throw backyard parties for our family.
That's what's
So,
up. Oh,
now in the
nigga.
fact-
Backyard parties?
Listen,
Nigga.
you know I know about it.
Back in
But-
days, nigga get jumped in the back.
Listen, it ain't even gotta be all that. You might be able to shoot the 5 in the front yard and still come back and get a plate.
That's what it is. I respect it. I like it. Okay. So the same way y'all niggas be going back and forth and trying to compete who got better bars, you gonna compete with your man Konceited who got better clothing than
Oh yeah, everybody
Listen,
got their own
everybody gets
clothes
busy.
That's what's up.
Everybody.
Listen,
Ames-
we all got our shit up.
Yeah, Hughes got garden
Garden
sheets
sheets
clothing.
Okay.
Corey got soul searching. High Society.
Yo, y'all should all take a different piece of clothing and just form one big ass dope ass outfit.
Oh.
Like Elohim's got the jeans on. Oh, word? Niggas trying to full drop. Oh, my fault. I'm sorry. Okay, so.
That's the whole dark circle right there.
Listen, it's coming.
All right.
Just be patient.
All right. Listen, man. My brain, the neurons be flickering. I'm just saying. All right. At this time, we're kind of winding down, unfortunately. But don't worry, you guys are gonna see more of C-No, especially. He's new. I just met you when we was at Bushwick Public House. The rapport was great. Dude was very humble, mad cool. And I was speaking to Konceited. I was speaking to you, and I was like, listen, you want me to be a part of Dark Kings and everything.
Yeah.
I wanted to make sure that I had a good vibe. I didn't want to just jump into it.
Yeah.
But definitely on my end, Corey J, I had a lot of respect for you guys. You guys were cool as shit. You guys make good music. So I'm definitely, not just because of you, Konceited, but I fucks with all of the guys that are involved. Even Vihano of Underground Concert Series. Everybody. So this is an all-around good movement. But in any case, I'm sorry, we really gotta kind of press for time for the most part. So right now, we're gonna let you guys do like any shout-outs, any last words, and of course, where we can find you and your famous ass song and your poppin' ass clothing.
You wanna go first?
Nah, handle your business. You the boss, man. You gotta go ahead and flex right
As
now.
long as you
This tall ass nigga, yo. I thought I saw the top of the door get knocked out. Shut the hell up. Shout out to C Murder.
Probably.
Nah, but you can find me everywhere. Konceited Show, Konceited with a K. KONCEITED SHOW. Follow the Darkside Clothing, Darkside Apparrel now. Our page on Instagram. And Raw's out right now.
Thanks.
Everywhere.
C-No, talk your shit, man.
Alright, man, it's your boy C-No. You can find me on Instagram at C-No is an alien. That's CNOISANALIEN. If you want to look for me on SoundCloud, you can actually look for my real name, Chris Hillian. Last name is spelled Hillian. If you can't spell Hill and Ian in one word, I don't know what to tell you.
Just Lillian with an H.
Whatever you want to call it. But at the end of the day, the High Society merch just came out. You can hit me on PayPal. You can hit me on Facebook. You can holler at Konceited or any of the other four kings. I'm going to holler at you. Or you can come to East New York and holler at me on Pennsylvania. I'll be Millie rocking right by the 3 train. It is
okay.
If they hit me up for your merchandise, I'm going to keep it.
You going to dub it. That's a fact. Alright,
you be getting a percentage.
That's what's up.
Cool.
Y'all already know. Darkside Radio bookings at gmail.com if you guys want to hit me up about being on the show or anything else business or music related. Darkside Radio is the Instagram. Darkside Radio _ is the Twitter. Darkside Radio is the Facebook. Darkside Radio is the YouTube and the SoundCloud. The official, no Pornhub, Katie. The official website is www.darksideradio.nyc.com, where you can see this episode as well as previous episodes. You can see a lot of other exclusive content. We have a chat room. We have voice comments. We have all types of craziness. Once again, shout outs to Konceited Show for coming through, blessing us with the dope ass track Raw that has over 1 million plays.
Thank you.
C-No, you're doing great things with the High Society. I want to see more of your tracks.
The Fire video will be coming out soon.
Fire video
You see me perform that? Fire will be coming soon.
Okay,
He's
that
gonna be in
sounds
that
good.
joint too.
Alright, that's what it is. Black Up the Rebel, C-No, Konceited Show,
Yeah.
Darkside Radio. We'll see you motherfuckers next week.
Yeah.
What the fuck is going on back there?
I put my foot in front of the door so they say
I say it every week.
No, nigga, I'm married now. What did you talk about?
Don't the rest of us all still being put on my ear.
Nah, see. Alright, we gonna get this picture real fast though.
shaving your nails? Shaving your nails? Filing your nails? I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is. I hope your nails down. Kind of dusty. Oh, shit. We'll do a line.
Nice to meet you too.
I had to buy one of these joints, dog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ready?
It's not Western Digital, though. It's the other one.
Yo, someone Konceited. That means he's doing.
It's the middle one, right?
Yes. This is your deck, right?
Yeah, he brought his own.
No, this is the station or yours?
That's the station.
Oh.
Why he needs the station?
I'm assuming
I was like,
because
going,
Really, nigga?
Alright.
I just pressed one and then it just went to that.
Yo, Black Eyed, I know you want to get
Everybody's
pictures,
phone is
but
different.
I got like my
Right,
guest
microphone.
outside.
All right, do you? Let's go. Have them come in. We taking everything down now.
Yeah, I think I got it.
Think you got it?
Ah,
No, it's okay.
God damn it. All right, fuck it.
I'm sorry.
Listen, I know my phone is stripping.
Alright, I'm saving.
A little
Darkside.
something.
Yeah.
You good?
A little something.
Yeah, my line 10 is my laptop.
That's what mine is.
You
The
got it
aux
though.
cord
You
laptop,
got
right?
somewhere.
Yeah.
I'll
Yeah, that's
take
what I'm
it.
using.
That's what you're using?
I mean, I'm not using it. He's DJing. Well, I don't know what he's doing yet. I don't know.
You just taking mad of him. I just see you clicking like, come on.
I got some.
Bad pictures. I'm gonna
That was weird.
But thank
Oh
you,
wait,
man.
no, is your deck cord.
Dope.
Yeah.
I got the
Oh, this made like the
right over there
aux.
next to the
So
chair.
I'm using 10 for the aux.
All right, that's a bad shirt to have.
I don't
If I was a cop and I pulled you over, like, so are you high? I mean, so are you sober right now?
Nope.
Get your ass in the back of the car.
Yo, Chris, using the deck or your laptop?
Say
I
what?
got put this in there.
Damn, his name's
Oh
Chris
yeah,
too?
you got lips. Yo, is Leisha here?
Wait, you bringing you using your deck or taking it?
Leisha's the director.
Okay,
Leisha's here, yeah.
using this one.
Oh, you're using this
Where
one?
Leisha at?
You have your recordings
Leisha,
inside
you
what's
think
called
I'm plastic?
Yo, what's good? How you been?
Because I was going to use mine, but
Yeah, nigga.
I'm listening to the guy to my bulldog.
Why do you think I hit you up?
This is my partner and Monday Night Crime.
You didn't know we
Oh
was
yeah,
live?
trust
She
me.
has a whole cast.
I got you for your interview too.
Rotate and share mics, man.
Hey, at least I got her first this time.
You got her. Listen, it's not about who gets who first. It's about who's gonna have the better interview. I know her